Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Haley. I run a small crochet business called Hug by Haley, and this week we have another market. If you didn't watch last week's video and you wanted to see my first market of the season, go ahead and watch that video as well if you're interested. It has some market prepping along with the market vlog itself and a recap at the end of the video. And just like last week, this will be the same. So we'll have some prepping, you'll have the market vlog itself for Saturday and a market recap. And of course it comes out on Monday. This week is not super crazy busy. I just have a few things that I want to restock from last weekend. I have some brown chickens that I want to make that were pretty popular in my last market. And then I have some whales that I want to do. Whales were also really popular, and a few turtles that I want to remake and have. I think I have 3 left, so I maybe want to get 3 more just so I can have like 6. And if I get to it, if I have the time, I want to make a bunny in overalls and maybe even something new or something more seasonal or something I wanted to make for a while. We'll see. But we're going to go ahead and just start on some brown chickens. Today is Tuesday. I did not film yesterday because I took a bit of a break after this past weekend. Of course, I edited the video and I posted it because Mondays are my upload days. Today, on Tuesday, it is 11 o'clock. We are going to go ahead and just get started on brown chickens. That shouldn't take me too long, depending on how many I make. They're very quick, very easy. I use a free crochet pattern for the chickens. A lot of people use the Mabel pattern, which I do have, but this one was just easier for me to remember. I'm sure it's just as similar, but I go on Pinterest. I have it saved, but the website is 9oufti.shop/crochet pattern/free chicken crochet pattern. I'm sure you'll find it. It's kind of like a blog. I'm going to start on some brown chickens and I will update you as soon as those are done. Welcome to the video.
Spicy enough. We're back from errands. I finished my brain deal, and Adam and I just picked up like some easy pre-made dinners from Wegmans. So I got this other one of these. These are the Casaluna. I like the reflection candle. It's lavender and cashmere, and this is the one that like I've had in my house all end of summer, beginning of fall. So I just figured I'd pick up.
And it's hat season. I love hats. I love making hats. They are small. They're fast. They're fun. So yeah, I just want to make a bunch of different hats in this video, and you know, you can pick a favorite if you like. Make it a fun little game, I don't know. But we're gonna start with actually the same hat that I've had a long time. I've been reluctant to use it because I love the yarn, and whenever it's gone, I'm gonna be sad. So anyway, that is the hat that I'm gonna be starting with. Let's see. Here we go. Lion Brand, Color Made Easy. This is the color Mineral Yellow. Apparently I've made a sun is setting. It's kind of golden hour right now, I guess. Caesar is making me dinner. We recently bought Alright guys, hat officially finished, and I love it. I do think that this yarn is way better than the last yarn that we used. It definitely, I am seeing that it includes 6 different yarn weights, so I can technically use whatever yarn I want. Sounds awesome. You could make it as long as you need, which, you know, I'm just gonna make it and get started. So let me get my yarn winder and my Swift and cake this up. I also picked a simpler pattern for the end of the night so that I can kind of just zone out for the next 2 hours before bed, have some relaxation time. Tomorrow
It's all wrapped up. How do potatoes resolve their issue? Hash it out. What's a dryer's favorite X spinning? What type of bow looks what?
Rainbow! Lucky Taffy is smooth and creamy with jokes on every wrapper.
Tides boosted for makeup stains.
Sorry if you can hear the 3D printer going, and also sorry if you're shaking a little bit. That's also because the 3D printer is going. But I did complete 3 brown chickens. You guys are shaking quite a lot, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this quickly because the shaking is not helping whatsoever. But I did complete 3 brown chickens that just completely restocked like how many I had before. I only had 3 before. This is the only brown I had, so it's a dark brown chicken. It's my other brown was lighter, but this was the only one I had, and it made 3. So I'm going to put some tags on them, restock them in my inventory, and we're going to probably move on to some turtles. Maybe I am gonna eat lunch first, so I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna move on to turtles. And I will probably eventually bring out my bag to see what color whales I have and don't have, so I don't have any repeats. For now, lunch, turtles. We're gonna get that done, and hopefully by then the camera isn't as shaky as it is now. I am currently at Michael's, as you can see, and they have so much stuff. I knew that they were getting like Joanne stuff, but this is insane. I'm gonna show you, and I'm also gonna show you what I'm getting because I have to get a haul. So I'm getting all of this Posh Pearl, that's what I'm using mostly. But just like going through, also they've restocked completely. So this was a really good time for me to come because, I mean, look at all of the stocked. But they have Pound of Love here. This one's a small Michael, so I didn't expect to see any Pound of Love here ever. And if I turn the corner, you're joking. Big Twist, more Big Twist, and now they have the Knit and Sew Shop. They have new yarn, more Big Twist, and of course this is just their regular aisle, but this is so exciting, so exciting. I'm gonna do some shopping and we're gonna do a bit of a yarn haul. You're just gonna have to bear with me right now because I have tried to find every spot in this room to try and film so that my camera isn't shaking as much as it is right now because my 3D printer's going. I did not crochet anymore yesterday like I said I was going to. I actually got invited to a retirement party for a coworker that I used to work with, and so I went to that, and then I also went to Michael's. I'm sure you saw the tiny clip that I filmed yesterday. They have tons of Big Twists now, which is awesome. I am really excited about that. I did get a lot of yarn I needed. Sorry, I'm trying to hold my tripod in hopes that helps. That's why I'm like leaning and kind of closer than I usually am. I did get yarn. I will show it to you probably later because this ain't working. This is not gonna work for filming or any of that. So I'm actually gonna get to work. I have some turtles to make. I'm gonna shoot for maybe 3 or 4. I am not going to get through as much as I would like to today. It's already pretty late. It's 12:47, but that is the plan today. If I have a chance to film crocheting a little bit, I will. Maybe I'll move somewhere else, maybe to my living room or my bedroom. It just kind of depends. This is where the best lighting is during the day. So, but just wanted to pop in and say hi. It's a new day and that I'm gonna get started working on some turtles, and we will talk later.
Number 3, our Granny Stitch chevron scarf, zigzags. Very fun. The only cons that I'm seeing is that it's wavy. Don't love that. I'm hoping that it'll wash out, block out maybe. This one is still pretty long, but it's not as long as I am, which is my personal favorite. I like that. It has a beautiful color gradient. You could go over the shoulder as well if you want. And one of my favorite scarf techniques is fold in half around the neck and pull. Favorites. Also, let me know if you have a favorite scarf pattern. Maybe I just haven't unlocked scarf patterns, good ones. I don't know. Changed my mind. That's all. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
So we've got around 4 days to prep for this market. My market is at Salamanca Market in Hobart, Tasmania. I only do Salamanca Market, so if you see a market vlog from me, that is where my market is at. I had a market last weekend, and if you watch that vlog, you know it was insane. It's pistachio. So I have a breast where I'm like on autopilot because I feel like I'm getting some solid orange one. Then I made an orange and white one, which I think is really cute. I made this ivory and dark brown, which I love these colors. And then right now I am 7th kitty is all done. Isn't it a cutie? I really like these colors. I think it turned out super cute. Now I'm going to make the 8th kitty. I might make another white and brown, or not really white, the ivory color and brown. And I think he's pretty cute, so that's great. Now I have 5 of those frogs. Then this morning I have been working on some mini turtles, so I have made 10 mini turtle shells. I just wanted to do all the shells. I don't think that there's much I have to pack for the market, so that will be good. So anyway, let's get started. I'm really tired today, so I feel like I'm speaking them. They're so cute. Some of the eyes are a little bit wonky, like the ones I was doing at the start. It looks fine from the side, but from the front you can tell it's like, but it just gives it character. It's like it's tilting its head. So it's earlier, and it is so.
It is, what time is it? 2:36 p.m. I did get some turtle shells done, and also the camera's not shaking right now. That's because 3D printer is not going. So I'm going to also show you the yarn haul that I bought yesterday. So first off, these are the 4 turtle shells that I got done. Pink, purple, and then, can you focus please? This green and a dark blue. And that includes some colors that I got yesterday, which you've seen the pink before. You've seen the pink and purple before, but I did get navy marine in Posh Pearl, and I also got this dark green in Posh Pearl. And then I got some new colors, and I will pull them out now so I can show you. I haven't made turtle shells with them just yet because one of them is a shade of orange and the orange one didn't sell. Well, it did sell, I think, but I don't think it's that popular and I just don't feel like making it. And also I got another blue, which I haven't gotten before, which I'll show you, but I'm not gonna make another turtle shell out of that one either because I have too many shades of blue and I just don't want all my turtle shells to just be shades of blue. I got a restock on yellow. This is a new color and it's just called bright blue, but all of this yarn is from Posh Pearl, but this is a new blue that I haven't gotten before. And this is the new color that I haven't gotten before. This is Sherbert. This is the shade of orange that I was talking about that I won't be making a turtle shell in just because orange is not that popular. I think I am going to only stick with 4 turtles that I'm remaking just because I feel like next week I'm gonna have to remake them again, and I just don't really feel like doing that over and over and over again. I know that that's extra money, but I don't really care about the extra money. I just want to have some turtles and a variety on my table. I don't really care if I sell out or anything like that. That's not my priority. This is something that I love doing and the money is just secondary for me. It's nice, but secondary. So I am going to take a bit of a pause on making these turtle shells because, oh my god, my hands hurt. My hands hurt so bad. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I haven't been crocheting that much this week, or at least since Saturday, but my fingers hurt really bad, so I'm gonna need to take a break. I don't know how long this break is gonna last. If I crochet more tonight or if I do tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, tomorrow is Thursday. I have Thursday and Friday to do stuff. As long as I finish these turtles and maybe get to some whales, then I'm not really too concerned. So, oh, also in that yarn haul, I did buy 2 more crochet hooks. I just got the 3.5 and the 4. Obviously these are Clover, which is my favorite hook brand. So I got 2 more crochet hooks because I was actually making some socks for myself and I needed a 3.5. So it has been my update for you. I was able to film a little bit of turtle shell crocheting for you after my 3D printer stopped. So hopefully that's enough to get by for the day, but that's it for me for now. I cannot crochet anymore right now. My hands hurt too much, so I'll keep you updated on when and what the next thing will be. Hello, it's Friday. Not the Friday you think it is. Last Friday, I went to the boutique, I picked stuff up, and as soon as I got back from that, I got a message from the people who I was supposed to have an event with last weekend saying that it was postponed due to weather. It did rain a lot, and of course, as an outdoor event, some people would just rather postpone it to a different date. Well, then I did not film a single thing since then, I don't think. I think I left you off with turtles. I got all of the fins done. I just need to do the heads and the body of the shells. But yesterday, today is Friday, yesterday was Thursday, the 16th, was my birthday. And this past week, I have done not a single thing with my business or crocheting or any of that. I just relaxed. I spent a lot of time with my family. I did do like the smallest amount of crocheting, but it's not to any crazy degree. And if I did crochet, it had nothing to do with my business. It had stuff like that was personal for me. Like I wanted my own things. I was doing a commission order that I've been working on, which I haven't been filming. I have not picked up my camera. I have not picked up my camera to film at all, but I'm here. Today's Friday. Tomorrow we have a market and also a state fair vlog, which I did film last year, and I did go back and watch some of my old videos, like beginning my YouTube channel. And can I just say, I am so sorry. If you watch those, thank you. I was not in a groove. I had no idea what I was doing. I still kind of have no idea what I'm doing. I'm still trying stuff out, different camera angles. We're actually in my living room right now. You can see like my surround sound speakers, that chair. I think you've seen this angle before in my older videos, but I'm more confident now. I look very, very different, which I don't really talk about, but I've been on a health journey and I've lost a lot of weight. Yeah, so I'm back. I am gonna show you things that I got from the boutique. We also have to do full-on inventory to reset all of that stuff because I don't know what I have. And also finish off those turtles so I can have them tomorrow. Don't know how much talking I will do until tomorrow. I do have a friend coming this weekend. He's going to spend the night tonight with us and join me at my market tomorrow because he's going to the state fair with us. I turned 25 yesterday. That's crazy. 25 is crazy. Every time I think about the fact that I turned 25, it just replays that SpongeBob meme. You know it's better than 24, 25. Okay. Anyways, we're here, we're back. We got some filming to do. Sorry if you can hear my cats eating in the background. Their feeder just went off. So that means it's 12:30. I did post about not having a video this past Monday out. I really banked on having that market for content and it just didn't work out. But hopefully this weekend will be pretty good along with the state fair clips and all that stuff so I can get a video out to you guys on Monday. And the following video for that won't be a market vlog. It'll actually be a road trip vlog. Pretty cool. For that, also another state fair vlog. I'm going to the state fair twice. I have friends coming from out of town for this weekend, and then I have friends that are in town that are going next Friday, and then I'm going to Georgia, Duluth, Georgia for Elevation Nights, which by the way, new jacket. This is the Sons of Sunday jacket. Not that I talk about my religion at all. Everyone here is welcome if you want to have a safe space, regardless of your religion or where you came from or who you are as a person. You are all welcome here. Just wanted to make that clear. I did get, though, a Sons of Sunday jacket from my birthday, and it's pretty cool. It's just a black zip up. I've been wanting a zip up for a while. I also got new clothes, but I'm not that kind of content creator. I don't post fashion or makeup or anything like that. I do watch those, but I'm not that kind of person. Anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. And I'm going to start showing you what I got from the boutique. I kind of went with everything seasonal. I did leave a whole bunch of like year-round stuff. Like some of my chickens are still there. I have some turtles there, leggy froggies, book covers I have there as well. Anything that was year-round, I kept there. I did take some of the stuff, but that's just because since I started selling stuff there, they have not sold a single one. So I picked them up, but let me show you everything that's in this bag here. They already have price tags on them, so I don't need to tag any of this. The only thing that I'll need to tag is when I complete all of those turtles, I'll need to tag those and add those to my inventory. But I'm gonna show you these and we're gonna jumpstart our day. Okay, starting off strong is this ginormous pumpkin. I kind of forgot how big this thing was. It is like the Bobble rustic pumpkin, and for some reason I have this at $40, but I'm gonna keep it at 40 because my pumpkins have not sold at markets, although I've only had one so far this season. They also were really bad selling last year, so we're gonna keep it at 40, but this is one of my favorites. I love doing the Bobble this time of year. Another pumpkin is just a regular back loop only half double crochet pumpkin. I have this priced at 30, and it next to the other one, I think I might drop it down to 20 personally. Next is a pumpkin that I've had since last year. It still hasn't sold. It is a medium corded pumpkin. It's like that corded look. Don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's this really nice like burnt, darker orange-y red color. I have this priced at 30. Probably gonna also drop that down to 20. You guys saw me make this one. This one is the plush pumpkin. I have this priced at 30. Truthfully, it is the same size as the other ones. I even might drop it down to 25 or 20 because it's a bit bigger. Like I said, my pumpkins are just not selling this year. I don't know what's going on. I guess people just don't buy handmade ones. Pretty unfortunate that my pumpkins don't sell. I'm gonna try though. I'm gonna knock down some prices and see if people like that better. Next is a tote bag that I made a while ago. I wanna say at the beginning of the year. I'm not entirely sure why I chose these colors at the beginning of the year, but it was certainly after Christmas. I remember my Christmas tree being up, and I'm pretty sure I filmed about it too, but it's this tote bag. I think the pattern is FeelingFunkyCo or Funky Feeling Co. She made the granny square tote bag pattern, and she also just released a plushier one. I think you can use like plush yarn to get a different look. She just released another pattern, but of course these will be in the description below. I love the colors. This is what the strap looks like. I love this bag, but I wanted to sell it because I don't use big bags, so very cute. Maybe I will make myself one day and maybe even line it. I really want to line my bags, but at least my tote bags whenever I make them, but I don't have a sewing machine and I've never hand sewn a single thing in my life. Tote bag, I have this priced at $35. Oh, I missed a pumpkin. It is a large kind of weighted pumpkin, and this is the colors of it. It looks very like grandma style. And for some reason, I have it priced at $50. Yeah, no, we're dropping that down to at least 40. That's crazy. I did not know that I had it priced at 50. Next, I have a bag that you saw in a previous vlog. This is a mesh market bag in the colors purple and black. Very spooky theme. This will be my last market for the Halloween season. I'm still gonna try to sell my Halloween stuff, but as far as I'm concerned, no one's gonna buy Halloween themed stuff, it seems. Even last year, I had a problem selling like my bats or my pumpkins or anything that was themed spooky. So I'm really hoping that somebody finds something cute enough to take it home with them. I think after this year though, I am not going to make seasonal stuff. They just don't sell, and it seems like nobody's really interested. At least in my area, no one seems interested in them. So I am going to make Christmas stuff, seasonal Christmas stuff. It seems people like Christmas stuff more than they like spooky stuff. So at least in this area. I do live in the South, so I guess that would make sense. But anyways, continuing, I have these priced at $35. You know this already. I do have a singular pumpkin Jellycat inspired Jellycat, pumpkin inspired Jellycat. This is a free pattern. I can't think of the person on the top of my head, but do check the description if you are interested in making this yourself. It was a free pattern on Instagram. I have this little dude priced at $20. Next, I have one of my favorite things I've made, and it's so sad that no one's bought him yet because I just feel like he deserves a home so bad. But here we have my banana cow that I made last year and nobody wants him, and it makes me so sad because I love bananas. I love banana flavored things. I'm very weird. I do like artificial banana flavor. Banana cow, I have my cows priced at $25. Next, I have something quite cute. It is this pumpkin bucket hat. I'll even put it on to show you. You guys saw me make this in another video. Very cute. I think I have the price tag says 20, but it's just a very cute pumpkin, brown pumpkin bucket hat. Very cute. I really like it. This was at the boutique. It wasn't selling. I took it with me because it was seasonal and I want to get rid of it. But yes, price it at 20. It's quite big on me. I kind of tried to go for like a whole one size fits all situation, but next we have some of the bets that I was talking about previously. I only made 2, so I'm hoping someone sees it and wants it. It'd be great if they did. I have a purple one and I have like this mint teal one, and I sell these for $13. Do your guys' cats do stuff like that? Do they eat paper, receipts, plastic, BPA? I don't know. They're very obsessed with it. Moving on to another one-off that I've made. Very super cute. One of my favorites that I made this year. And I'm actually kind of sad that it hasn't sold, especially in October. It's one of the cuter things, but it is this cute little ghost bear. This was also a free pattern that I followed off of Instagram. I priced him at $15 because I did have to sew on this part and the ears. Lastly, for my stuffed animals, my amigurumi from the boutique is this giant spider, and I used glitter eyes. Obviously has 4 eyes. I thought it looked very cool, and I even used like pipe cleaners in the legs so you can shape the spider. I have this priced at $60, which I think is a fair price for such a big like plushie. Like obviously you can see how big it is compared to me. Hopefully somebody sees it and is like, oh my god, I need it, and gets rid of it for me because I don't want it. That was the last of my amigurumi. I only have a few more things to show you, but I do have 2 pairs of fingerless gloves that I had at the boutique. I sell these for $20, and people did really enjoy these, at least from what I've heard at the boutique, but nobody bought them. So I'm hoping that these can sell maybe at markets instead. Those are priced at $20, and I used a free pattern on Pinterest for those. I will also link them from the Pinterest link. Lastly, what I picked up were things that also don't really sell, but I'm hoping someone will find a use for them, are bowl cozies. I only have like this one and this one. These are Michael's cotton, loops and thread cotton, and I priced these at $10. I think what's going on is nobody knows what they are. Even though they say bowl cozy, you kind of just, if you've never used them before, you don't really know what they are, what they're called. But I'm hoping that if somebody asks and they're like, what is that? What is it used for? And I'm like, hey, it's used for this. They like it enough to buy it. I only have 2. I don't think I'm gonna make any more of these because it seems just like they don't do good enough to do anything with. So yeah, that is everything that I took from the boutique. That is more than enough that I'm happy with to add into my inventory and for tomorrow's market. And then solely after the turtles, it'll all be prepped for the November 1st market. So that gives me 2 weeks to prep for more stuff for that event, which I believe might be my biggest one. I am very excited. I'm also very nervous. I am going to put all of this back into the moving bag, and I'm gonna add everything into an inventory list. The next clip you'll probably see is me finishing up those turtles. I feel like being in my living room today, so you will see me on the couch doing said things, but let's just jump right into that.
We just can't help it eat the BPA.
I love you.
I usually go open.
Yeah.
my own opinions, but I want to be sure to include everyone else's opinions in the numerical data that I mentioned earlier. So I will be sharing both. I think the best way to do this is to start with the yarns that have the least amount of votes and then work our way up to the worst offenders. I think it's just going to be really fun that way. So now that I walked you through our tier list, I think we're ready to go ahead and dive into exactly. It's super soft and it makes really beautiful blankets, but I could see this being a real headache to wash because it does shred quite a bit. So for carrot cakes in general, I think I have to put it into I don't hate this because I like how it looks, but it's not something I would ever. You guys to move this over here. Yeah. Okay. Example. If it's over here, unforgivable. Mine would be for me it would be wearing something before you've washed it. That to me is unforgivable. That's over here for me. We also.
I like them. Well, no, I guess I would do if I was to do like something for Halloween, like a Hobbit thing. I guess that's more like a shawl. I think those are really in fashion right now. Are they? I didn't know that. Right? Yeah. Like, that one was viral.
The scale is fashionable or unfashionable, yeah.
Or maybe Kelsey would buy it. Maybe she thinks that's fashionable. I'm gonna go with a Lion brand acrylic. Lion brand? Okay, I'm scared. Let's do it! Reveal it! That bus. I know! Nice darn it! Every time Brooke has been right and people are telling me I'm just saying. Oh, they're touching on all your Lion brand. Okay, alright.
Well, terrible lighting. Good morning. Happy market day. I got a new outfit on. It's currently 8:45 or something like that. The market starts at 9, and I will show you the booth. I have a lot more stuff than I thought I did, especially when I went to the boutique to grab a whole bunch of stuff. But sorry for the terrible angle, by the way. This is all I can do. So the sun is blaring into my tent, and if I scoot further, I'll be blinded. And obviously this is the best I'm gonna get because there's a truck behind me. I can't back up too far, but I'll show you the booth and I'll also update you when we make our first sale. It's perfect weather. I think it's perfect weather.
It's perfect.
Yeah. It's like cold, but not because the sun is warm. And also we were working. Anyways, yeah, I'm pretty confident. I went to the spring one and it was pretty good. I did not have nearly as much stuff as I do now, so we'll see how it goes. I'm also in a different spot. I'm further into the market, so we'll see how it treats me back here. I'm only a little nervous about that, not too nervous, but people can see my tent from pretty far away. So I will keep y'all updated. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's a little bit past noon and I've been quite busy. I'm so sorry if you cannot hear me. I'm going to try my best. There's like a generator going around, is going off next to me, and it's been on since we've gotten here, but I kept all of the tags of the things that I've sold, and I actually also got invited to an event on Halloween for free, and a radio station is gonna be there. So I went ahead and said yes to that because of course. But let me tell you everything I've sold so far, or at least try to. I sold a loaf cat, I've sold a couple of octos, I've sold my banana cow, which I've had since like early this year. I'm so happy that finally sold. I've also sold my sitting cow, and I think I sold some whales. I think I've sold a turtle. I've sold a few chickens and a duck. Sam's about to throw my stuff at me. He's gonna be fired from his job. Fire him. No, but it's going really well. We have about 2 hours left. So I don't know if it'll pick up after everyone eats lunch. Everyone I see over there where like the food truck is seems pretty busy. So I don't know if they're gonna walk around or not, but I'm hoping that it continues to be great. And then we're going to go to the state fair after, which I'm super excited about. But I am about to eat some food and get some lemonade. So there's your update for ya. Of course, near the end, I'll update you one more time and also show you what the booth looks like. And then obviously we'll tear down, go home, and then we'll talk about it during our recap when the video ends. It is now around 2:30. It ended at 2, but there was still so many people lingering that I just decided to keep my booth up until I felt like I was comfortable to like take my stuff down. Did sell a few more stuff, but I'll let you know all of that stuff during the recap. And I'm just waiting for my husband to bring the car around so we can start breaking stuff down. It was a really good day. I think it was a really good day. I sold a whole bunch of stuff, and I know I mentioned this before, I think, but I got invited to a Halloween market, and it's free to be there, so I went ahead and went for it. But yeah, super good day. It's getting much warmer now. It is much warmer. So warm that I think I'm going to have to take some of these layers off. I wore leggings underneath my dress because it was cold this morning, but now I am not doing so great. But we are going to take my stuff down and go to the state fair. See you then. All first and second place, well, and some thirds, but crazy.
It looks unreal.
Like, compare that to my hand.
This one.
Yeah. Look at these balls. There's balls over here.
Yeah, I saw this.
I know, perhaps.
Citrus.
Citrus.
That's just second place. Weird.
Well, this one took first.
Where's the stuff?
Right here.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know, some kind of ball.
Okay.
That's like the wartiest pumpkin I've ever seen.
And it's funny because it's next to like the most perfect pumpkin I've ever seen, other than the fact
twins?
that it's conjoined.
That's
But like in terms of color,
crazy.
you know what I mean?
Right next to the pair of pumpkins.
Perfect pumpkin.
Oh, there's a white one too.
Right next to the pair of perfect melons.
Oh.
Wow, all right, I'm filming.
Take filming.
Gourds.
Over 1,000. Yeah, it's 10 tracks, 10 separate tracks, and some back and forth on the bottom, and then there's 3 more on top. There's some back and forth trains. They push buttons to do things. Yeah. Some
Wow.
sound effects.
I didn't even film. I ate a ham biscuit. I didn't even film the ham biscuit. It was so crowded. My mom got this mystery bag of origami.
Origami surprise.
Origami surprise. It was $2. Let's see what we got here.
We got some stars.
Stars. Super cute. A lot of people have started making the stars.
Really like the stars. We got 4 stars. And we got a fish.
A fish. Very cute. I like the colors on that.
And a crane.
Crane. Very classic. Very
Love the crane.
iconic. Very Vogue. I don't know what I'm saying.
We don't know what this is.
Sam said pig. Maybe flip it. Those are its legs.
Oh yes, 100%
Yes,
pig.
yes, yes.
Look at that. It's a pig. All right. And then this guy.
And that's a frog. I know that's a frog. Get it? Whoa! So that's my mom's origami surprise. Look at them big old pumpkins. Look at how big those are. That's insane.
Right?
No.
I'm like, it's real, I promise you. That's why we're letting you touch it, but you don't need to stick your nails.
No, there's no reason to do that.
I think that's a winter melon. I think that's a winter melon. All these watermelons. Very cool. Look how tiny. Look at how tiny they are. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, it's Monday. I really need to film an outro and get this video out, so we're going to do a very fast, but also not sort of fast recap on my market. And I also wanted to talk about something I saw at the state fair on Saturday night that I wasn't very happy about, but we'll get to that. So the market went really well. It wasn't like super busy, but it was consistently having people walk around. Like, it wasn't packed, but it was also just consistently having people. Don't know how else to explain that. It went pretty well for me. I am gonna go over the list of what I sold and how much I made, minus the fees, and how much I actually get of that money. So it started off with a beautiful day. The weather was super nice, not too much wind, which I'm always worried about. We also did not use the weights yesterday. So I was worried that if the wind picked up, we would have to go back to my car and get the weights. But thankfully, it only was windy for a couple of minutes and then it went away. So that's pretty great in my book. I am going to start off with just the list in order of what I sold. That's how I write it down. Starting off with bats, I took 2 with me from the boutique, which you saw. Both the purple and the teal one sold, and they were charged at $13. Next, I sold 1 blue chicken, which I was kind of shocked about because nobody really understands the blue chickens, at least in my area. I think that they're gonna be really popular, and they're just not. They're really cute to make, and I guess I'll keep them around for the few people that buys them, but nobody really goes for the blue chickens. But one did sell, and I was pretty happy about it. So 1 blue chicken at $7. I sold one duck for $7. I sold 1 mesh market bag for $35. I sold my banana cow for $25. I've had that guy since early this year and he just did not want to sell. All of my other fruit cows have sold. I sold my sitting cow for $20, which I was also very happy about. It was just a purple sitting cow. I made it on a whim. I sold 4 octos for $5 each. Those, not surprised about. They always sell, either those or my whales. I sold 1 medium octo for $8. They're slightly bigger and chunkier. I sold 1 macaron for $12. I am down to 1 now, so I think I'm going to make some more, and this time I'm going to shade match the inside instead of using white because people assume that they're just Oreos. I sold 2 whales for $5. Again, not really super surprising. I didn't make more this past week. I've been so busy. I sold my final loaf cat for $20. I'm going to make more, hopefully, and maybe even some themed ones for upcoming Christmas stuff. I sold my fall granny tote, which that was the first time I actually put it out for sale outside of the boutique. I took it to the boutique, it didn't sell, and then I took it with me to have a chance for people at markets to see it. And I put it at the very front. And I actually had it priced for $35, but the person only had $25. And I was like, honestly, I'm trying to get rid of it. Just take it for $25. And she did. So I sold that for $25. And then finally, I sold 1 penguin for $15. It's actually really surprising that my penguins are selling. I guess I need to make more. I even have different shade colors this time, so I can do a 3rd shade in a previous video, I mentioned that I wanted to do more than just a regular colored penguin, and I did a pink one and a regular one, and I wanted to make at least one more. So now that I have more shades of colors, I can actually do that. Best sellers are coming at number 3. I'm gonna count this because they're both cows, are my cows. I sold a banana cow and a sitting cow. Those are different prices. The banana cow was $25, the sitting cow was $20, but they were really popular for some reason. People liked the cows, so I put those at number 3. Number 2 is a tie at Whales and Bats. Both I sold 2 of. The bats were more popular than the whales for sure. Those sold quicker than the whales did, and I finally got rid of them, so I'm happy about that. And then coming at number 1, who surprised? My Octos. I sold 4 of them. Not too bad for a smaller market event. I'm pretty happy about it. So let's talk about the vendor fee. It was $25 for me to be there, which is no problem at all. I made my money back. I do not count gas money. I need gas to live, to go places. I fill it up. That's just what I do, and I don't add that into my cost. But I feel like if my business gets bigger one day, I'm gonna have to count it. I don't know. We'll see. And then for square fees, it only took $2, and I'm sorry, my cats are fighting. They just chose the perfect time to wrestle it out. So square took $2.36 of my hard-earned cash. I don't think that's too big of a deal. I made $161 in cash, and in square, I made $59.64, and that is after they took out my fees. Before they took my fees, it was $62 even. So adding all of that up and minus the vendor fee and the square fee, I made a total of $195.64. Not too shabby. Definitely not as big as Railroad Days, which I did 2 weeks ago, but I'm still pretty happy about it. I have plenty of inventory, and this week we are going to be prepping some new stuff. I'm gonna buy some patterns and make some holiday themed items. Hopefully they do better than my fall stuff, which I even took more pumpkins than I had at Railroad Days and not a single one sold, and I even marked the prices down. I am kind of sad about it. I'm going to at least bring them to my November 1st market because technically it's still fall. People still may want to decorate for like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. So we'll see, but I love making Christmas themed stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. I already have some patterns saved that I really want to make. So this upcoming week will not be a market vlog. It will actually be an out-of-state vlog. I am going to Georgia with my mom, my husband, my aunt, and my uncle. We are going to Elevation Nights, and it's gonna be a great time, and we're gonna get breakfast, and we're gonna get a hotel room, and we're gonna see how much I can crochet in the car because I will not be driving. I will also see Buc-ee's, and I'm very excited for Buc-ee's. I did go to the state fair right after my market, and everything was great. I saw large pumpkins and everything like that, as you saw in my video. However, what you didn't see in this video was when we were leaving that night, it was around 9:30, I came across a booth that was crochet, but it wasn't a crochet artist. It was a reseller. I mean, they had tables on tables on tables of cheap crocheted items. Of course, they're from, you know, people who probably getting paid for their work, and they're not getting benefits, they're not being taken care of. And honestly, it just hurts to see that a state fair like North Carolina's, especially right next to a building with local vendors who had hand-dyed yarn and properly priced knitted or crocheted items, to walk outside and see that somebody is selling the same product for so cheap. And it was so packed, it was so busy. Of course, the regular person will not know what it is. They just look and say, oh my God, it's so cute, and then they buy it. And no one really realizes how big of an impact it is for local or small crochet businesses to try to make a living, and just see that people, of course, will go for the cheaper item. It was just really heartbreaking to see that something like the state fair is so hard to get into as a vendor. I mean, you pay a lot of money to potentially get denied with no refund, and just to see them let a reseller like that just overflow their area with the same thing is really heartbreaking. Becoming a virus in our crochet community and our fiber arts community, because even knitted stuff you can buy online and resell, and it just really sucks. That's my little rant. The state fair was fun. It was really great. I'm going back this Friday, so that will also be included in next week's vlog. Pretty busy week. It's gonna be a great time, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, I would love a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to see more. We are past 30 subscribers. Thanks for watching my videos. I honestly, looking back at my beginner videos, I am a little embarrassed, but I feel like I'm getting better and I really appreciate it. I'm very happy. I can't believe that 30 of you decided to press the subscribe button and watch my videos. I love you guys so much, even if I don't know you yet. Also, I've been thinking about making a getting to know me video. I don't know how I'm going to do it just yet, but maybe you'll see it in the future. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of me, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.